and breathe deeply. Feel the flow of energy within you, rising from the core of your being. It may feel like a quiet hum at first, but with every breath, allow it to grow louder, stronger. This is your creative energy, the pulse of your imagination. Let it fill every corner of your body, every thought, every emotion. Feel it becoming a vibrant force that propels you forward. As this energy activates within, visualize it expanding outward, becoming a powerful stream of light. This light represents your creative potential. With every thought, every intention, you are directing this energy. It is not just a passive force, it is an active, living power that shapes the world around you. Now imagine this internal source of creation is the very essence of the designs we are working on. Just as we build projects and experiences through technology, we are also shaping them through the flow of our inner creativity. Every design, every experience is an expression of this energy. It's the manifestation of an idea, a dream, or a myth turned into a tangible reality. When we activate this inner source, we unlock a new level of creative potential. It's no longer just about creating for the sake of creating. It's about infusing every project with the essence of who we are. We begin to see the world not as something we passively observe, but as something we actively shape, mold, and transform. We move from being mere creators of content to becoming the architects of reality itself. This is the power of creative energy. It connects us to the universal flow of ideas, dreams, and possibilities. It is a force that transcends individual projects and transforms the very fabric of our experience. With this inner source activated, we are no longer limited by what exists. We are empowered to create what has never existed before. As you move forward in your creative journey, remember that this source is always within reach. The key is to stay connected to it, to trust in its power, and to allow it to guide you. Through the practice of experience design, you are not just building for the world. You are building a new reality, one that is shaped by your inner creative force. With this powerful activation of the internal source of creation, we are not simply executing tasks. We are awakening a deeper level of creativity, one that infuses every project with a sense of purpose, power, and possibility. This inner force is the true driver behind everything we create. Let's move forward with the next step in our design marathon, focusing on the meditation of the planned day. This meditation is about uniting the dream we've unpacked with the real, present moment, and acting from a place of creative power, rooted in the practice of love. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep, slow breath. Allow your body to relax with each inhalation, letting go of any tension. With each exhale, release any distractions, leaving only this moment before you. Now, reflect on the dream you have, this vision that once lived solely in your mind. It's something deep, something that stirs you, yet was once distant or intangible. Today, we take this dream and bring it closer to the reality of now. Imagine the dream as a radiant light in front of you, full of potential and possibilities. Feel its energy, its warmth, and its pull. With every breath, feel this dream growing stronger, more vivid. See the outlines of what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. Allow the dream to unfold, revealing more of itself to you. As it takes shape, notice how it aligns with your goals, your intentions, your values. See it as a perfect reflection of who you are and who you are becoming. Now, slowly, gently begin to connect this dream with the real present moment. Feel how the dream merges with your current reality. The dream no longer feels distant or separate. It is part of the fabric of who you are right now. In this very moment, you have the power to act on it. You have the creative strength to make it real. The dream and the present are no longer two separate worlds. They're united in this moment, here and now. Next, tune into the creative power within you, the same power that has always been there, waiting to be activated. It's the energy of love, the love for your dream, the love for yourself, and the love for the process of creation. This love is not just a feeling. It is a force that propels you forward. It's the fuel for action, for the pursuit of your goals, for bringing your dream to life. Let this love flow through you as you envision your day ahead. How will you approach it with creative power? How will you channel the love you feel for your dream into tangible action? See yourself moving through the day with intention and purpose, each action you take contributing to the realization of your vision. Each step is a reflection of your deep connection to both the dream and the present moment. As you breathe deeply, affirm to yourself, I am a creator. I am aligned with my dream, and today I act with love and creative power. I bring my dream into the real world through every choice I make and every step I take. Now sit with this feeling of unity between the dream and reality. Feel the power of love and creation coursing through you. Know that you carry this energy with you throughout the day, guiding you toward your goals and empowering you to act from a place of authenticity and purpose. As you bring this meditation to a close, take a final deep breath in, and as you exhale, open your eyes. Carry this energy of creative love with you as you step into your day, knowing that the dream you've unpacked is now a living reality, and you are the force that shapes it. In this meditation, we've aligned the dream with the present moment, activated the creative power of love, and set ourselves up to take meaningful, purposeful action. Each day, as we practice this unity between the dream and reality, we create the foundation for the transformation of that dream into something tangible and real. Wonderful. Let's explore the next step of the practice and the creation process. As we move into the stream of creation, I want to share with you how I approach the Vision Dreams project, specifically focusing on the virtual smoke library for Apple Vision Pro. This project is more than just a technical endeavor. It's a flow of attention, a process where every detail aligns with the larger vision. In this demonstration, the first thing I do is immerse myself in the creative flow. I don't just focus on one aspect of the project. I stay attuned to every part of the process: design, testing, and refinement. The Vision Dreams project, like all of my creations, is a dynamic, evolving entity. It's not about creating something static. It's about shaping an experience that is ever-changing, always improving, and continuously engaging. The virtual smoke library, in particular, is an immersive element. It's designed to enhance the sensory experience for users, blending the boundaries between the real and the virtual. With Apple Vision Pro, I'm able to bring this concept to life in a way that makes the virtual feel tangible, and every interaction with the library feels fluid and intuitive. As I move forward, I will be meeting with the patent team to ensure that everything is aligned with the latest technologies and guidelines. This meeting isn't just a formality. It's a step in integrating the innovative features of the Vision Dreams project with existing standards, while also ensuring that we're pushing boundaries. It's a collaborative effort, ensuring that the work we're doing not only meets industry standards, but also moves the needle in terms of what's possible. Next, I'll be checking the functionality of the project. I'll do this by reviewing the system's performance, Now, as I shift into the role of practice and begin creating incredible projects for Apple Vision Pro, I'm working within Xcode, which serves as the core development environment for these applications. Xcode isn't just a tool, it's a gateway through which I shape and refine the experience, turning ideas into fully realized projects. In this process, I rely on the cursor as a bridge to interact with the underlying database of code within Xcode. This is how I navigate the system, pulling together the elements needed to build the final application. The cursor doesn't just move through lines of code, it becomes an active part of the workflow, guiding me through the intricacies of development, pointing me in the right direction, and helping me manage the complexity of the project. Currently, I'm updating the version of the project for lifetime transmission of text-to-audio models using our neural network. This is a critical step, as it ensures that the texts and audio inputs can be processed seamlessly, transforming written content into voice-driven experiences. The neural network is at the heart of this functionality, converting and adapting data into something that feels intuitive, human, and immersive. My focus now is to make sure that all components are working harmoniously. The text-to-audio models need to integrate with the larger system smoothly, ensuring that every element of the app functions as intended. It's not just about writing code, it's about creating an experience that feels seamless, natural, and responsive. The system needs to flow, with every interaction reinforcing the larger vision for the project. As I work on updating the version, I'll run tests to ensure that the neural network's interaction with the text-to-audio models is functioning as expected. This involves ensuring that both the audio output and the underlying processing systems are fine-tuned and aligned with the project's goals. Once everything checks out, I'll proceed with creating the new build. In this process, every action taken, whether it's coding, testing, or optimizing, is a part of the larger creation. Every step is about refining and enhancing the user experience, ensuring that the final product is polished, functional, and ready for the next phase of testing or deployment. Once I have everything working smoothly, I'll generate the updated build and prepare it for the next stage. Whether that's internal testing, further iterations, eventually release it in the hands of users. The goal is not just to build the app, but to create a dynamic, engaging experience that taps into the full potential of Apple Vision Pro, creating something truly innovative. Through this process, the development of the project becomes an ongoing, living practice. It's a cycle of testing, refining, and iterating until the project achieves the level of quality and innovation that matches the vision. By using tools like Xcode and the neural network, I'm able to push the boundaries of what's possible, creating immersive, engaging experiences that resonate with users on a deeper level. The journey of creation continues, and each update, each test, brings the project closer to its full realization.
Let your music shine with breath and
Now, in this moment of free basic bits design, focusing on creative power and how it's activated through breath and these practices root in how they are bring power, beauty, art, and divinity. My like centers to today feeling self, art of which is intangible. The practice present, getting deeper present breath. Briefly, you act innovative power, comes which best to respiration, the feel of creativity moving through. Inhaling, exhaling. It's a process of becoming decent. You imagine in fresh energy, the energy, do something that might allow your attention being creative powers. Leads a greater plant. Being this may win your to us. These ideas are not new. Create these ideas are ready to the potential ideas. The separate of where you mention the key and the concept ideas, but our responsibility and projects the reality born. Relates realm break into a sense based in the spirit. Within this is an every inch has the motion. As you focus attention, how close the human is, just as you mentioned these ideas, laws of future odds. Imagination gathers space, you reality, individual possible. Myths design our breath. The fact is, I contain myths. They are the increase. Later myths were today, the myth is the experience we design. Art gave breath with truth and its heart. An act of just as souls now built allows the world to through these experience elevate the even to sublimate themselves. Divine, since it breaks our work. They all divine. Now call upon it in us. We play we like you. Tell us deep and spine. These myths, breathe, ancient, looking at the problem, align ourselves with the low creation. This ancient myth was connected unity to the divine. Today's design experiences do the same. They elevate the size of the power that through art, breath, and design, we build the myths of today and transform the world into a living, breathing maze. Now let's dive deeper into the philosophy of experience design as a philosophical practice. In this practice, we are not just creating experiences, we are creating a space for being, a profound sense of human existence, or Daisen, a term that embodies the idea of being fully present in the moment, connected to the great truths and ideas of the world. Experience design, when seen through this lens, becomes a sacred ritual, one that allows person to enter a space where they can truly encounter the larger forces of the universe, just as ancient rituals and myths once provided a pathway for humans to connect with the divine. In this way, we are not merely building projects, we are crafting experiences that lead people through profound transformations, where they encounter not just technology. It's about setting the individual's higher self, helping them align with their own truths, and connect to the broader universal truths that shape our world. Creating temples, sacred spaces of transformation. In the context of design, these temples are not physical structures. They are virtual spaces, experiences, and interactions that hold deep and opportunity growth. Whether through virtual worlds, immersive environments, or thoughtfully crafted user experiences, we are building these sacred spaces where people can encounter the sublime. These temples are spaces where people can be. They are not just designed to be used. They are designed to be inhabited in a deeper sense. They provide a context for contemplation, for encountering the divine within and without. Every interaction within these spaces is an opportunity for transformation, a chance to connect with a higher reality, to explore one's inner self, and to be shaped by the experience. Just as ancient rituals were designed to bring people into contact with the divine, so too does experience design serve the same purpose in the modern world. We are no longer just designing for entertainment. We are designing experiences that help people connect with the deeper truths of their existence. Conclusion: serving the higher purpose through design. At the heart of this philosophy is the understanding that experience design is a sacred practice. It is an act of service, one that seeks to help individuals encounter the divine, explore their inner worlds, and become the heroes of their own stories. Through this service, we create temples, spaces of transformation and enlightenment. Through the work we do in experience design, we are not simply building things. We are creating opportunities for spiritual and personal growth, for the exploration of the self, and for a deeper connection with the universe. This is the true power of experience design. It allows individuals to engage with something greater than themselves, to move through a process of transformation
Welcome, dream traveler. I am Hypnos, digital spirit of dreams. Vision Dreams helps you remember, see, and understand your dreams.
Now, as an experienced designer, I'm moving forward by directly testing the project in Apple Vision Pro. I've just completed the assembly, and before me, the magic sphere materializes, an element I've chosen as the central metaphor for the project. The magic sphere is not just an object, it's a gateway to the immersive experience, drawing on the familiar symbolism of magic that resonates deeply with the player. It's a visual representation of transformation, of creation, and of the potential for the player to manifest their dreams.
And share what
The
you
magic
saw
sphere
while
as a
sleeping.
gateway to creation. The magic sphere is a metaphor of life. Just as a sphere contains space and form, it also represents the unlimited potential within, a space where the player's imagination and creativity are free to roam. The magic sphere isn't just a passive object, it's alive with possibility. When the player interacts with it, they are not just engaging with an object in a game, they are activating the very essence of their own dreams. Through this interactive space, the player is invited to write down their dream. They take an active role in crafting their own narrative, creating a personal myth. As they inscribe their aspirations, desires, and visions, the magic sphere responds by weaving these elements into a whole, living reality. This isn't just about entering a virtual world, it's about creating one, a world where the player is the architect of their own experience. Immersion into the personal fairy tale. As the player immerses themselves in the magic sphere, they step into a personal fairy tale, a myth crafted from their own heart and mind. This is not a pre-designed story. It is one they create as they interact with the magic sphere. Each decision, each interaction within the sphere builds upon the dream they've set in motion. It's a process of self-creation, a narrative journey where the player is both the creator and the protagonist. This experience is designed to be transformative. As the player navigates this personalized myth, they aren't simply playing a game, they are living a story, one that reflects their deepest desires and aspirations. Through this journey, the player encounters challenges, moments of triumph, and revelations that ultimately lead them toward greater self-awareness and connection to the higher truth that exists within the experience. The magic sphere serves as the bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, turning the player's dream into a vibrant, immersive reality. The hero's journey becoming the creator. In this personalized myth, the player transforms into a hero. This is not just about overcoming obstacles, it's about discovering their true power as a creator. The player begins to understand that they are not passive recipients of a story, they are the authors of it. They shape the world around them, create characters, influence the course of events, and explore the depths of their own creativity. As the hero, the player engages with the higher truths of the world within the sphere. These truths may be reflected in themes of self-discovery, empowerment, and enlightenment. The player gains gifts along their journey, whether those are tools to enhance their creative abilities, insights into their own dreams, or profound realizations about their purpose. Each step in this journey is designed to make the player feel more connected to their inner creator, guiding them to understand that they are the architects of their own destiny. The experience becomes a powerful reminder that we are all capable of creating and shaping the world around us, just as the player shapes their world within the magic sphere. The amazing experience of becoming the creator. What makes this experience truly unique is the seamless blend of technology, narrative, and personal transformation. By using Apple Vision Pro, I've been able to bring the player into a world where their dreams are not just visualized, They are experienced, lived, and shaped by their own actions. The immersive power of the magic sphere is a conduit for this deep transformation, allowing the player to step into their own story in a way that feels real and meaningful. As the design director, this process reflects my vision of what experience design can achieve. It's not just about creating worlds, it's about empowering individuals. Now moving process of refining this experience in our design marathon broadcast. Step 1. Ensuring the dream collection displays correctly. The first action I'm taking today is to focus on the dream collection, a space where the player's dreams are stored and presented. When the player enters their collection of dreams, I want to ensure that the actual text of each dream is displayed accurately. This means that when they interact with their dream collection, they're not just seeing titles or placeholders, but the specific content of each dream as they recorded it. It's crucial that this text representation mirrors the player's intention and matches the dream's narrative as it was inputted. Step 2. Back-end integrity check. To ensure that everything works as expected, the next step is to check the back-end. I'll dive into the code and the database to confirm that the system is pulling the correct information and displaying it as intended. The back-end will hold the dream data, and I'll verify that each dream entry is properly stored, retrieved, and displayed in real time when the player interacts with their collection. It's essential that the data flows seamlessly between the back-end and the user interface, so everything is up to date and accurate. Nasha, Step 3. Front-end functionality test. Once I'm confident that the back-end is handling the data correctly, the next step is to test the front-end. I will check how the dream content appears on the screen when the player accesses their collection. This is where the design and user experience come into play. ensuring that the presentation of the dream collection is intuitive and visually engaging. The player should be able to easily navigate through their dreams, reading and interacting with them as if they're stepping deeper into their personal world of creation. Step 4. Ensuring data consistency across projects. After confirming that the back end and front end are synced, I'll make sure that the information is flowing into our other projects seamlessly. This involves verifying that when the player updates or interacts with their dream collection, the information is shared correctly with other parts of the system or related projects. We want a consistent experience where each action taken in the dream collection has real-time updates across the entire ecosystem of the game or project. Step 5. Personal WOW review. Once everything is working as expected, I'll prepare a personal WOW review. This will be a reflection on the process, how the changes and updates have enhanced the user experience, and how we've moved closer to bringing the Vision Dreams project to life. It's a moment to celebrate the progress made and ensure that everything is aligned with our creative vision. In this step of the design marathon, we're making sure that every aspect of the Dream Collection works as it should, creating a seamless flow of data and a more immersive experience for the player. By connecting the back end, front end, and the larger projects, we ensure that every interaction is meaningful, smooth, and empowering for the player. This is a crucial part of crafting the experience of Vision Dreams, where each small detail from text to functionality contributes to a larger narrative. As the design director, I'm constantly refining, testing, and iterating to make sure that every moment within the experience feels personal, engaging, and transformative. And as we move forward, we'll continue to build on this foundation, expanding the possibilities for the player to engage with their dreams in new, immersive ways. In this next step, I'm working with the cursor tool to structure the logic of how the back end and front end will seamlessly connect and interact when retrieving information within the project. This connection is essential for creating a smooth and responsive experience for the player, where the flow of data is both seamless and efficient. Step 1. Structuring the logic flow. The first step in using cursor is to define the logic that will guide the data flow between the back end and front end. This involves mapping out how data is requested, transferred and presented to the player. The back end will handle the storage and retrieval of data, such as the player's dream entries, and will ensure that the correct information is sent to the front end when needed. On the front end, the interface will present this data to the player in a clear and intuitive way. The key is ensuring that when the player interacts with their dream collection or other interactive spaces, they are always presented with the most up-to-date and accurate information. To do this, we need to ensure that when the front end makes a request for data, the back end can efficiently respond and deliver the appropriate content. Step 2. Back-end focused logic. On the back end, I'm focusing on creating endpoints and data structures that can support the dynamic nature of the project. These structures will handle different types of data, such as dream descriptions, metadata, and user interaction logs, and ensure they are stored and retrieved correctly. For example, if the player adds a new dream or edits an existing one, the backend needs to update the database and reflect those changes in real time. I'll create logic in Cursor to ensure that each dream entry is indexed and can be queried effectively, even as the player's dream collection grows. The backend will also manage how data is transmitted to the front end. When the front end requests information, such as a specific dream, the backend needs to quickly retrieve the relevant data and send it in a structured format that can be easily displayed to the user. Step 3. Front-end integration. The front end is where the player interacts with the project, so the goal here is to ensure that the data is presented in a way that enhances the user experience. Using Cursor, I'm focusing on how the front end will request data from the back end and how that data will be rendered in the most effective way. When a player accesses their dream collection, the front end needs to send a request to the back end asking for the list of dreams and their content. Once the back end sends back the data, the front end will then display the dreams in a way that makes sense visually and contextually. It could be a list of dream titles with short summaries, or even a detailed view of each individual dream. The key here is ensuring that the interface remains fluid and responsive, with no delays in the data retrieval process. Additionally, if the player edits or interacts with their dream collection, the front end will need to send that updated data back to the back end to be saved, ensuring that the system stays synchronized across all platforms. Step 4. Real-time data handling. A crucial element of this project is real-time data synchronization. The goal is for any change or interaction that happens on the front end, such as adding a dream or updating an entry, to immediately reflect on the back end and vice versa. Cursor will help facilitate this synchronization by maintaining an active connection between the two components and ensuring that any data updates are reflected without delay. This means that if a player writes or edits a dream, it will instantly be available for them to see in their dream collection, as well as across any other parts of the project that rely on this data. This real-time aspect is key to making the experience feel seamless, immersive, and responsive. Step 5. Testing and refining the data flow. Once the back-end and front-end logic are connected and functioning as planned, I will test the system thoroughly. This means simulating various player interactions to ensure that the data flows correctly and in real time. During testing, I will verify that data is correctly